Gotta cut 'em, I'll cut all the cheese. You know it's my destined breed, Pokemon. Oh, I'ma eat your friend. What's pouring, thirsty thoughts? Have you ever been fucking hungry while you were looking for a shiny Pokemon and you're just like, I can't eat another one of Brock's jelly donuts. I also don't want to face Ash's mom's look of disappointment when we lose another championship and have to watch him fail. So today, I'm gonna run by you a couple of cheeses, a couple of Pokemon, a couple of little nibbles and bites and noshes to go with them, and we're going to pair this with a cheese board. Let's go.
Today, SugoiSupergirl has a fantastic selection of fancy cheeses that are perfect to pair with these pocket monsters. First we have the Shell and Bell, a fern-textured cheese with notes of toasted hazelnut and alpine grass, and a smell reminiscent of mac and cheese. Next is the Le Vaudois Bleu d'Avignon, a barnyard-type cheese with lots of washed rind bacteria that makes it taste so good. There's notes of hay and corn, and it's great to spread on a sourdough cracker. Then we have the Champignon Brie. That's fancy talk for mushroom cheese. It's earthy, with a sweet cream texture and an almost woodsy and full-mouth taste. What's this delightful disc? Why, it's the Canne de Cabra. This tangy, lemony cheese is a little chalky in the middle, with plenty of earth and funk on the outside, making it zippy and zappy like a Pikachu. And last but not least, the Colombian Bufala Mozzarella. It's fresh and creamy, with a pure and fantastic snap as you bite into the curds. This makes it the perfect pairing with anything on this board. Back to you, SugoiSupergirl.
So let's cut some cheese. So I'll be the first person to say how much I fucking despise how popular these cheese boards have become. Americans love to just act like they found something foreign and totally trend it out to the point where you can't even enjoy it anymore. But that's not how I work. I also fucking hate most Pokemon fans. It's for children. This is for children. This is fun. Should be fun for everybody. It's all this EV, IV bullshit. It's cute. Let me catch it, please. It's kind of like these cheeses. Sometimes when we're dealing with cheeses, you just want a trained Pokemon champion like me to just tell you how to drink, tell you how to eat. What goes with this? What things am I going to pair? What little plushies could I possibly have with these kind of cheeses? Well, this one I'm here to tell you. And as you can see, I'm being very careful with the pace on some of these softer cheeses because you don't want to mess them up. And while I don't have any foofy little flowers on it, because I only care about what it tastes like right now for you, because like a good Pokemon trainer, I really care about the whole team of Pokemon, and that's you. This is pretty much a beautiful situation. This is the kind of situation you're going to want to end up with. And you wouldn't think that it's possible. But as a dramatic person, and as an artist myself, you can pair cheese, you can pair wine, you can pair it with anything. All of my Pokemon have types, and so do my cheeses. This is my little Sylveon. We found her in the Kyoto Pokemon Center, all dressed up in her winter gear, which, to be honest, is there any better? She's fairy type, but she's also my snow queen, so she's going to get paired with this Bufala Mozzarella. That sounds crazy, but yes, beautiful. The white coat, the pearls. You can't deny that this Bufala Mozzarella doesn't scream winter Sylveon. And this is Pastry Chef Pikachu. You can only get him in Osaka. This is my prized possession. You can only get this guy if you've eaten at the cafe, which means you have to put up with okay food and a very high price tag. What are we gonna pair him with? He's type Thunder. Let's go with the goat cheese. As you heard about the thunderous, zippy tasting notes of the goat cheese, I think that the electric type is gonna be perfect for him. And of course, with all the chocolates and pecans, you can't deny that Pastry Pikachu had its hand in this cheese board. Moving on, let's do something a little bit different. We have Entei, literally my favorite dog-related four-legged legendary Pokemon of all time. As most of the 30-plus-year-olds watching this video will know, this was one of my first instances with legendary chasing. But this guy, this is type Fire, which I don't really have anything on the board for a type Fire, but I think you'll find that the Le Vaudois Bleu d'Auvergne is perfect when you think about all the tingly, gorgeous, kind of on fire in your mouth funk that you get from this wedge of cheese. So that's gonna have to be Entei. Then, from the void, because I truly do not remember where I ordered him, the Ultra Necrozma. For anyone who didn't play Sun and Moon, especially Ultra Sun and Moon, I'm sorry, I don't care about your feelings. It was one of the best games, fight me. This little psychic dragon boy is very hard, but I'm going to have to pair it with the Shell and Bell because that's kind of your catch-all cheese. And it's because this is the perfect pairing. This is your fairy type Galarian Ponyta, and anyone who has played Galarian Ponyta will know that buying Shield was not worth just getting this one Pokemon. Sword is better. Fight me in the comment.
Hashtag sword dog beats shield dog.
He spoke the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Fairy type, my most brilliant pairing, the Brie with mushrooms. If you've ever seen fairy rings in Scotland, Galar region much, you know that mushrooms with a fairy type, hands down one of the best pairings I've ever done. Now that you've seen all of my sweet children paired up with these cheeses, how about we wash it down with some good wine? So usually, when I'm doing a cheese board, I always do pairings. We're gonna have to pair it with something delicious, and you want 3 different textures of your wine. If you want to see the basics of pairing, if you want to see me do kind of a build your own board guide of what wines, what cheeses go together, what texture means, all that good shit, then hit the subscribe button for sure. If you're lactose intolerant, this might not be the video for you, but if you want to catch them all, come along with me on this Pokemon journey. With this first wine we've got, I'm kind of a fan of women-owned wines. It's kind of like a Pokemon badge challenge. So this is the Babycheeks produced Day Crush, and it's pretty crushable.
Crushable!
What does crushable mean? It means you can turn this bitch up and crush it on a hot summer day. You need a crushable rosé.
Crushable!
It's light on your tongue. It is very refreshing. It needs a chill. You get these really beautiful, kind of like a watermelon salad deal going on with this. It's a little savory, kind of like when you snap into a daikon radish and you get that really nice crunch. Think yellow cherries, yellow plums, some really gorgeous, almost like white strawberry. If you've ever tasted the Valrhona Raspberry Inspiration chocolates, you must. Here, you have kind of some weirder grapes. You've got Malbec, you've got Cab Franc, you've got Tannat. Those are all incredible grapes grown a lot of the times in South America, and they just do it really well down there. This woman has brought these Malbec, Tannat, and I want to say Cabernet Franc. I did just say it after all. She brings these to Dundee Valley and really makes this gorgeous provincial style rosé. Get yourself a rosé like this if you're still trying to figure out which wines that you like during the summer with cheese. This one goes really well with either the Shell and Bell or the blue cheese, simply because it's a little bit more of a mouthfeel and a little bit more of a full kind of like, not quite as zippy as a white wine as some lighter white wines would have. And that's kind of why, you know, give it a little bit of that electric type. You also don't really have any tannin, but you get plenty of this beautiful fresh Meyer lemon, crushable rose flavors. Not too much floral, but if you ask me, it's a little bit of that really fun wet rock flavor that you get whenever it rains on some rocks and you just smell that beautiful fresh asphalt smell. That's what you get with the rosé. If there was a wine that was type Pikachu, it would be this fabulous Grüner Veltliner. This is a Germanic wine. Well, you got some Germanic cheeses here too. I kind of go with the whole where it's grown, where it's sown situation. You want to try to get things within the same region, then you have a super easy time pairing them. So with this Grüner Veltliner, this is the entry level. It has a little bit of age on it, not too much, a lot of acidity. You're gonna be bombarded with lemon and grapefruit skin and grapefruit pith and lemon flesh, lots of acid, lots of beautiful zippy, sparky, grassy notes, but nothing shitty and pissy like a lot of New Zealand Sauvignon. Sauvignon Blancs, which is why obviously I paired this guy with the goat cheese and the Bufala mozzarella if you want to get crazy. This is going to give you also some white nectarine, kind of white peach flesh note. You get a little bit of glycerol kind of flavor, like maybe if you were familiar with drinking a Riesling, you would know exactly what this tastes like. So this goes really well with any of your softer cheeses that are tangy and funky. Come to think of it, how do they even make cheese in the Pokemon world? I feel really bad for any mill tanks that are just wandering around out there not realizing that some French ass looking motherfuckers are just waiting to milk its udders and make cheese out of it. If you have a brie or an aged cheese on your board, you're kind of a dummy if you don't have a red wine. I'm sorry, I don't care. Almost as much of a dummy as people who bitch about Nintendo giving us exactly what we want in terms of the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes. Just play them or don't. Stop bitching about them. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm your mother now. And mommy says, stop talking about it if you don't like it. So just drink some wine and play some Pokemon. Catch some Pokemon. What you have with this gorgeous Plavina, that's the grape for anyone who's curious. This is a very old Croatian wine, and I'll just go ahead and let you know that it's going to be paired with this brie most of all. Mushrooms go hand in hand with funk, and this wine has a ton of funk. It's got a lot of funk. Disco never died. You have some mushrooms in the brie. You have some beautiful truffly funky notes in this wine. This wine is full of red berries. It is not going to be good for anyone who doesn't like a super funky red wine that has low acid, low tannin. This thing probably would have been awesome a couple of years ago, but you still get some gorgeous like stewed mulberry. You're gonna get a little bit of cranberry, maybe some cranberry from the acid from when it was younger. You're also going to get, like I said, stewed mulberry, which is flavor that I'm really only realizing is a mountain berry that a lot of people haven't had an exposure to. You're also going to get a lot of earth and a lot of mushroominess with this beautiful red wine, and it stays in your mouth for quite a while. Not as much acid as I would like, but oh, the notes of cocoa and blueberry, and that's actually why I'm pairing it with these marzipan chocolates. You would be surprised how many Croatian wines have that cocoa-y flavor right there in the backbone. Kind of like an Entei roaring and having the volcanoes explode and all that shit. It is inevitable with these beautiful old world grapes. So this red is actually gonna go really, really well with your mushroom, your brie, which is super creamy, which that red will help coat your mouth with. I'm gonna be honest too, I don't think you can go wrong with the blue cheese either. Red wines and blue cheese, usually I like some sugar in them, but we'll do a whole dessert video later if you want to hit that subscribe button. This is more of a Pinot Noir style. Real Pinot Noir, real good Pinot Noir. Like, think Burgundy, but fuck you and your prices. This, I would pretty much say ground type wine, but we know I'm gonna do fairy type because fairy's my favorite type now, since all the Pokemon are gonna be cute. This is gonna be the perfect wine to go with your brie. It definitely tastes like the remnants of a small fairy-like society that kidnapped a small child and grew them in their ranks. I don't know why fairy rings exist in myth, but they do. So as you can see, we've been going on a crazy journey here. As you can see, we have not won any championships, much like... Putting together a cheese board is kind of like putting together the perfect Pokemon team. You may not know where you're going to get the Pokemon, you may not know what stores you're going to find these cool plushies, these cool toys, these cool figures. You may not know what cheeses you're going to find at your local cheese purveyor. With the right guidance, with the training from the right Pokemon champion, you too can put together this super sick cheese board. Entertain your friends. Watch the Nintendo Directs, where they continue to disappoint you and your seemingly infallible. So, play the damn games, eat the damn cheese, drink the damn wine. Booze, food, toys, pop culture. It's the best thing about being human.